Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new video in programming the Finite Element Method using MATLAB. In this video, we are going to improve a little bit upon the section definition and add sections to lines. So of course, this is part of a multi-parter talking about the Finite Element Method, which I will be linking on the top right, as well as another multi-parter which talks about programming the Finite Element Method, which I will also be linking on the top right, just in case that you stumbled upon this video and you're wondering how we even got here. Now, of course, the source code is available to my dear channel members for downloading for each video lecture, but if you are a regular viewer, you can have the exact same code, as I don't hide anything and I write everything in front of you. So with that being said, and without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Alright, now we need to add sections, right? We need to add them to lines. So let me just close some stuff. I don't need the support here, I don't need the nodes here, but I need the lines. So let's open the lines. Now in the line, I had only ID, node 1, node 2, but for now, I need also to have section. So here I would say the section. The section needs to be added to lines, so I need somehow to add them to a line. Well, that's the job of the controller. It's the job of the controller to add sections, to delete sections, and to even allow the user to define sections more easily. Let's start with applying and deleting sections. In the section region, because I like to subdivide my code, I'm going to open a function here, and I'm going to call this apply section. I'm trying to keep a consistent naming scheme because it helps the user when he wants to use those things. Here, I will not pass in the object because I don't need it, but I will pass in the line and I will pass in the section. Of course, in that case, I would ask the line to please have your section. So line.section equals section. This may not work because the line, I think, is still being passed as value. To show you this, let's put this to the test. If you click here and just change it, so here I will go to controller and say apply section, and I will ask line 1 to get its section 1. It will not work. Allow me to show you. Let's just put a breakpoint here and run. If I run, you can see that node 1 is working, it has its support. But if you go to line 1, you stand of it, you can see that the section is still empty. Now let's step in. If you step in, you get to the section application. You can see the line, it still has no section. And even if you stand on the section, you see it's empty. Now here, the new section is going to be assigned to the section. If you step again, you can see that line.section has been improved. It has been stored. And if you stand on section, you see values now. However, if you go out suddenly, this line that just had a section no longer have a section. And you would think, wait, did I mess up? You didn't. Your code is perfectly sound. However, MATLAB by default passes in the value, not the reference. So in order to make the str line become passable by reference, you need to give it something called inheriting from a handle. If you inherit from a handle, then you are always going to be passing this object by reference. Let's try this again. I stand here with a breakpoint and I will run. So in the beginning, line has no section. And once I step out of it, you can see line has a section. And you can even check this by double-clicking on the controller, clicking on str lines. Now this is our first line, because the second line doesn't have a section, as you can see. But we're talking about our first line. And our first line has a section. And you can even access the section if you want to see. It's section number 1. So that's how we add a section. You need to switch the line to become a handle to be able to hold the section that you modify, to be passed as reference. Now, if you go to the str controller, I made an apply section. You can delete sections by applying empty brackets, but that's a little bit too technical for the end user. So instead, I'm going to have in the controller a function that says delete section. I think I used delete section before as name. I want to be consistent. Yeah, delete section. Here, I don't need the object, but I need the line. I don't need the controller object, but I need the line. And in this case, line.section is nothing. Now, I need a reporting system to include the section of the line. So how can I do that? Reporting system is in the line here. So let's go down in the str line to string. That's where the reporting system is. And so fprintf, here I will say section No, it doesn't work. I need an if statement. If not is object.section. So if I don't have anything in the section, this means that my line is sectionless. Otherwise, I have a section. So if I don't have a section, I'm going to fprintf and say here, section, double point, no section. Otherwise, I have a section. So I'm going to fprintf section, and then I will provide the name of the section, which is going to be object.section.name. Okay. Wait, I need to close the brackets, right? Of course, I forgot to write the /n here. And this will cause readability issues. Allow me to show you. So I'm applying section 1 to line 1, and I'm going to apply section 1 to line 3, and I'm going to apply section 2 to line 2. So basically, the columns have the same section, and the beam doesn't. Let's F5 and see what happens. So I have two sections. That's true. But if I go to the line reporting system, you can see line 1, section 1, line 2, section 2, and line 3 has section 1. Now this is a little bit hard for readability issues. I think I should tell the controller for the lines to give an extra enter key for each one. So here, I think here after he reports the line, I can let him just push the enter key, just like that. Let's see if this makes it look better. I don't know. Let's just go to main and run. Yeah, I think now it's a little bit spaced out, but I think it's much better for readability. Because if you have a multi-line, it makes sense to have an enter key between the next ones. Here, I don't need the enter key because it's single line reporting. But if I have multi-line reporting, then I need the enter key. And my line is going to be multi-line reporting because I'm going to add the material in the next videos. So I think we're doing a great job so far. However, the STR controller still is not user-friendly because I only have one section definition. Maybe I want to define a section that is well known. I want to help the user. So I will add str section rectangular. Like, let's say that we want to help the user, and instead of him calculating all the section parameters, he just gives me the width and the height of the rectangular section, and I calculate the section parameters for him. So here, of course, I need the object, I need the name of the section, I need the width, and I need the height. And now I need to do the entire magic myself, meaning I must calculate AX and calculate all those things. In other words, I'm going to copy this entire thing, everything, here. I'm going to paste it here, but there is one change. The one change here is, let's calculate the section parameters for him. So first of all, AX here is going to be, of course, the width multiplied by the height. That is easy. The inertia around Y, which is the horizontal, is going to be 1/12. And dear C# programmers, rejoice. I know that this is a problem because it would turn into integer multiplication. But no, MATLAB understands this. However, for those of you who like to write like this specifically, fine, there you go. 1/12 multiplied by width, multiplied by height, power 3. There is no need for math.power. MATLAB understands the power sign. You don't need to write this. You can just write power like this, shift 6. And IZ equals 1/12 multiplied by the height, multiplied by the width, cubed. Now, what about the IX, the polar moment of inertia? Here, I want to use the reference that has been used by Robot. This paper has been used by Robot in order to define the inertia for the polar moment of inertia, okay, for arbitrary cross-sections, so any cross-section. There is a formula that does that. I need to find it out. I think I used it somewhere before with a summation. Yeah, there we go. This is the formula. Yep, that's the formula that calculates the polar moment of inertia for a section of any shape. Yeah, I think I will be using this. Now, this will take a lot of time to program, so my intention is to use this, but that's not for now. So for now, I will put a placeholder here and say IY plus IZ. I will revisit this definitely in the future, and I will be using this. This is actually what is also used in Strado. In Strado, which a software I'm programming actually, it uses the exact formula here, which is the formula that Autodesk Robot uses. So I think it's a very good formula. And it's very accurate, by the way. I tried this and cross-checked it with Robot. Back to the point here, this is going to be a placeholder, and I need to change this soon. This only works if you have a circular shaft. But I will keep the placeholder for now because I will change it later. And by the way, I shouldn't use capital letters, I should use small letters. So, okay, this is how we can help define. But this, of course, is a big thing. And I have a notepad on my right side where I write with my pencil, and just written to my pencil that this is something I need to modify in the future. However, I think that the add str section rectangular is okay. Let's see if it works. Let's go here and say add str section rectangular. And let's give it the typical sizes. Let's say here 300 by 500. And let's give it the typical sizes of 0.3 and 0.5 meters. So if you run the analysis, what analysis? I mean, if you run the thing here and just step, oh, there's an error. What's the error? Undefined function. Oh yeah, I used the capital letters here. Must be small letters. Okay, now back. Let's run and see what happens when it defines. Section, yeah, 0.15. 0.15 is 0.3 times 0.5. I think those check out. Do they check out? Now, of course, the IX is a big problem, because I need to modify it using this crazy formula. However, for now, for a placeholder, that's good enough for me so far. So I think I've done a great job now, and you can see the section here has been modified, and even here, the section now for the lines have changed accordingly. This is the beauty of using object-oriented programming. Things kind of make sense more than analytic or any other paradigm of programming. Remember, I am using the MVC model view controller, and everything with an str except the controller is your model. This is model, 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 model. That's the C in controller, and that's the V viewer. So I think we're doing a good job so far. So I would stop it here. Of course, once again, I want to mention that the code is available for my dear channel members. However, if you're not a channel member, you can still follow along because I'm not hiding anything of the code. So you can just follow along and you will have the same code as me. So yeah, that's everything I wanted to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed. And in the end, I want to give an improved section sized shout out, or a rectangular section sized shout out, to my dear channel members in the contributor level and the helper level whose names are going to be shown on the screen. I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart, as their support of the channel is priceless to me and enables me to provide you with videos hopefully on time and with a certain quality I try to achieve, and for that I am forever thankful. In the end, I hope that you enjoyed the video and you found it beneficial. If you have enjoyed the video, then please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting, especially subscribing because it helps increase the reach of my channel. As per usual, this is the Civil Engineering Essentials channel, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.